future lives. But rebirth also happens on a moment-to-moment basis. Remember, in Buddhism, there is no I, there is no core essence of one's own self that can be reborn, because the Buddha denied that. He said the true nature of reality, the true nature of things, is that everything is empty of any self-nature whatsoever. So it obviously raises the question, what can be born, and what what is born and what will be born. In fact, even in the Dhammapada, there's an encounter when someone asks the Buddha, is the one who performs the act the same as the one who reaps the result? Looking at this law of cause and effect. So taking into consideration the grand scheme of things, if one performs an act in this life, and according to the law of karma, the classical Buddhist interpretation of the law of karma, that act will, if it's an intentional act, will produce a result at some time in the future, not necessarily in this life. And the Buddha said, well, he said, if you think that the one who performs the act and one who reaps it, either in this life or in a future life, is one and the same, then that's a mistake. But if you think the two are different, then that also is an error, which is a bit confusing now, because what are we left with if the one who performs the act and one who reaps the result is the same, is neither the same nor not the same, then what have we got here? And the Buddha goes on to then recount a teaching known as the Pratichat Samutpada, or the 12-link chain of arising due to conditions. And this teaching, which you can look up in books or online, it's quite easy to come across and is rather technical, but what it is showing is an interdependent series of links, that one thing is linked to another. And if one of those links is broken, then that particular chain of being is stopped also. Now, if we look at how that translates into practice, this is really very much about how we cultivate ourselves. In Buddhism, there's that understanding, and with the practice of mindfulness and meditation, it's not difficult to see that this stream of consciousness has its own impetus. Whenever we sit down, for example, just to sit a very straightforward meditation on the breath for, say, half an hour, it's very easy to see that the thoughts and the daydreams and the emotional states very much appear to have their own impetus. It's not a matter that I can just switch them on or off. I mean, if it were really that easy, we'd all be perfect meditators. But what we also find is that as we sit meditation over a period of time, that the different episodes of sitting, the different sitting periods, certainly vary. I mean, sometimes we sit down and things are very quiet. Sometimes we sit down and everything is in turmoil. So it begs the question, what is conditioning these states of consciousness? Why is it that on a Tuesday everything's quiet, and on a Wednesday everything is a bit stormy inside? And it is the law of karma that is one of the laws of cause and effect that was detailed by the Buddha to explain why this is. And the Pratichat Samutpada is showing this. So these different states of either quiet or storminess, these are the states of rebirth that are coming to be and ceasing to be, coming to be and ceasing to be. In our practice, when we, for example, practice meditation or mindfulness, what is being cultivated alongside this is, i.e. this state of meditation itself, what is being cultivated is the ability to be able to open up in the middle of whatever the state is, whether it's quiet or whether it's stormy, and to stay with it, to not be buffeted about by it. Often what